Like that, Granny?
Hmm.
It's commencing to look more home-like, ain't it?
Hmm.
Where you going?
Fishing in the cement pond. I want to figure, and I figure better when I'm fishing.
There ain't no fishing there, Granny.
I ain't fishing for fish. I'm fishing for figuring.
What kind of figuring you fishing for?
I'm fishing to figure how to get home.
This is home, Granny. New place tastes getting used to.
I got used to home all my life. I want to go back. I'm used to it. Can't do nothing here. Can't raise corn. Can't keep pigs or chickens. How come neighbors don't allow folks to keep animals? This place got an all-fired fancy stock pen.
Well, turns out their stock pen was something called a tennis court.
What in tarnation is a tennis?
I don't rightly know. As soon as we find out, we'll get us a pair and go to raising them.
You go to raising them. I'm going back home to get some of the good things alike, like muskrat shanks and black-eyed peas.
I know you was getting homesick for muskrat, so I sent Jethro out hunting some.
He won't find none. I've been all through these Beverly Hills, and let me tell you, it ain't easy. You have to jump over fences and climb hedges and get around them cement ponds where there's always a bunch of naked people smearing themselves with oil and yelling at you to get out. This place is full of the laziest, greasiest, unfriendliest mess of people I ever laid eyes on.
Wow, Jeff. Granny?
Jethro, get your clothes on. If you had some bear grease, I couldn't tell you from a native.
Us and Gloria and Ella Mae's going swimming.
Ellie Mae popped out of her first 2 suits. Now she's working on her 3rd. She says go ahead.
Jethro, I thought you was fixing to get Granny a muskrat.
That's my fault, Mr. Clampett. I told him all the furries were closed. And besides, I didn't want to let him out of my sight.
Oh, go on, Gloria.
I signed the school snack bar with that Virginia Collins.
Oh, shucks, that weren't nothing. We was just having an intellectual conversation. Come on, let's head down to the cement pond.
Ugh, the pool.
Why do you keep saying that, Percy?
Ugh. If you're so unhappy, Percy, why are you dating Ellie Mae?
It's matter. She says if I want to keep my tenure, I better deliver some books.
That's another thing I don't like. Jethro, lollygagging in his ma's truck with no clothes on, chasing girls, showing off. I declare it'll be you that'll give him the 3 keys to perdition.
3 keys to perdition?
Fine car, fancy clothes, and 50 cents a week.
Granny, I thought you'd be glad Jethro was so popular. And Ellie Mae, she got herself a beau too, and him an English teacher.
English? Ugh, a real American boy was good enough for her ma and me. We ain't go to no school, and we ain't met one single person. Ain't nobody come a-calling since we moved here.
So that's what's ailing ya. Granny, you gotta remember what Pearl told us. This here Beverly Hills is where the movie stars live.
What's that got to do with being neighborly?
Nothing. I thought it might just distract you.
You answer me this. If somebody moved in the house over the creek from us back home, what would we have done?
Well, we'd have took him a messapone and a skin possum.
Has any living person here brought us a messapone or a skin possum? Has any living person even come here?
The fire department, they've been real neighborly, dropping 2, 3 times a week. Only yesterday was when you went to making soap out back.
Can't even do that. 'Pears to me the people here ain't only greasy, they's filthy. I wanna go home. What you doing now? Where's that Gloria?
Oh, she's a splashing in the sun. I gotta get dressed for tennis.
Is tennis a girl? I ain't raising no girls in that stock pen, Jed.
No, Granny, tennis is a game. Where you take this paddle and you bash a ball over a net.
What for?
Well, I don't rightly know. All I know is Frederica Collins gonna be on the other side to bash it back at me.
Doggone, I don't feel like fishing or figuring anymore. That boy's girl crazy, and it'll be you that'll rip the seeds of temptation when the harvest is trampled by the little foxes, because as a rod is fed, so is a twig fetched, and those that do the dancing has got to pay for casting the first stone.
she sure could stir up a camp meeting with it. Doggone it, where's that music coming from? Jethro, you ever figure out where that music comes from?
Well, no, sir. Every time I try to look, someone comes to the door.
You who beat us to Clampett Place?
Doggone it, never fails.
Let's go see who it is. Howdy, ma'am.
Howdy. I reckon y'all don't remember me, do you?
You look familiar, but I just can't place you.
I remember the Fetty family, lived back over Possum Ridge.
Why, sure. You one of Jake Fady's girls?
I'm Emmeline.
Well, bless my soul. Jethro, you recollect the Fady girls?
Sure do. I used to chuck rocks at him.
He's grown up since then.
So is she.
Oh, we might have pleasure to see you. Come on in. Jethro, where's your manners? Emmeline's tired.
Well, yes, sir, Uncle Jeff.
Granny, May, come on and see who's here.
Ah! Jethro's done got married!
Jethro, put her down.
I warned you. I told you this would happen if you let him run loose.
Granny, they just met.
Oh, it's worse than I thought. How could you marry a stranger?
Relax, Granny. We ain't even married. She's from back home. I bet you don't recognize her.
Who don't? I never forget a face. It's Gertrude Sumpmeyer.
No,
Isabel Gooch.
no.
Frida Boggs.
Granny,
Florence Twitty.
Granny.
Don't tell me.
Let me give you a hint. Possum Ridge, Jake and Dora.
Oh, of course. Dora Ridge.
No.
Dora Possum.
Granny, this is Emmeline Fetty, Jake and Dora Fetty's girl.
Oh, you didn't have to tell me. I knew her right off. Welcome, darling.
Thank you, Granny.
How's Ma and Pa and all the youngins?
Fine as frogs here.
Jethro, you get Emmeline settled up in the spare room next to Ellis.
Yes, sir, Uncle Jeff.
Jethro, put her down.
But you said...
I meant take her things to the spare room.
Oh, now wait. I just come by to make my howdies. I don't need to put my feet under the table.
Hey, look here. She got a cuckoo clock.
Well, Pa made me fetch a salon to wake me up mornings. He said the hotel might not have a rooster.
Hotel?
We ain't about to let you stay in no hotel. You're home folks, Emmeline.
The bus driver said maybe I could get into the YWCA.
I wouldn't stay no place that has to be spelt in mixed company.
You're staying right here.
Well, I sure don't want to be no bother.
No bother at all. Ellie, do you recognize this girl? She's from back home.
Oh, don't bother. She ain't got my memory for faces. This here's Emmeline Fetty from back home.
Howdy, Ellie. My goodness, y'all sure wear short dresses out here.
Oh, this here's what you call a beach jacket.
Ellie, you're showing your skippies.
Emmeline, it's a bathing suit.
A bathing suit? Gosh, back home, folks still takes a bath with nothing on.
Ellie, honey, you get Emmeline settled in the spare room next to yours and you can go swimming.
I got a suit you can borrow after you put your things away. Your room has a beautiful chest with cedar drawers.
Cedar drawers? And don't you get splinters wearing them?
She sure is a hick, all right. Williams will have to smarten her up if she hopes to fit in here like the rest of us.
Jed, I wonder how come Jake and Dora didn't write us their daughter was coming to visit.
Good, because they can't write.
She's uncommon pretty for a Fetty. The rest of them look like they must have took homely pills.
Yeah, chuck them Fetties in a creek and you'd skim ugly for 2 weeks.
Excuse me. I'm Frederica Collins. Is Jethro here?
He's upstairs, ma'am.
You the one interested in his intellect?
Isn't it incredible?
Yep.
I'm a psychology major and I've never seen anything like Jethro before. I plan to use him for my thesis.
Maybe you think I'm old-fashioned, Jed, but when a girl hardly out of her swaddling clothes can say that afore a respectable woman, it's time for us to get the children and get back to the decent folks back home. Just remember, Don't burn your bridges before you take a stitch in time.
Good heavens, this place is a psychological hotbed. I forgot to write that down.
Don't mind her. Granny's just a mite off the feed. Jethro, someone to see you.
Well, I'll be right down.
By the way, how do you intend to find Jethro's mine?
Well, I haven't yet, actually. But I keep digging. I'm sure it's down there somewhere.
Well, hi, Frederica. Ready to go bash the ball?
Certainly, Jethro. I find physical activity helps to increase his attention span.
Sure do. It's 52 inches around the chest last time we measured.
And while we's walking, we can have another one of our intellectual conversations.
Marvelous. What shall we discuss? Philosophy? Literature? The theory of relativity?
No, ma'am. I never talk about my kinfolk behind their back. Mr. Drysdale? Ma'am?
Milburn, why?
You know why, Margaret. For the same reason I made Jed Clampett a director of my bank. He's my largest depositor. We must keep them here. Try to appear interested, neighborly, friendly.
I am your wife, Milburn, not an Academy Award actress.
Hi, Mr. Drysdale, Mrs. Drysdale. Come on in and sit a spell.
Oh, we can't possibly stay. We just dropped in to be neighborly.
That's your pleasure to me, ma'am. Most other folks ain't so friendly.
Their husbands aren't bank presidents.
Shucks, we don't care if they're as rich as us. Matter of fact, Granny's so lonesome for college, she wants us to move back home.
Oh, no. That's just why we came over, to tell you, we're throwing you a party for you to introduce you to society.
You're throwing us a party at your house?
Not in my house.
No, in your house. That's the best way so people can meet you in your natural setting.
Oh, Granny will be as happy as a swallow with a two-headed worm. Granny, come out and see who's here. You'll help her, won't you? Granny's a nice woman, but she ain't exactly what you call a society hostess.
No, she ain't. Isn't. Oh, Milburn, it's contagious.
How do, Mr. Drysdale? Oh, how you been keeping, Miss Drysdale? How's your brain?
My what?
You know, your brain.
My grain. Oh, my migraine. Frightful. You'll never know how I suffer. Mornings, it's all I can do is swallow a mouthful of tea.
I was like that when I was carrying Ellie's mom. I was sloshing around and squirmy like a snake in shedding season.
But migraine is a headache.
Yep, and they's worse after they come. Jed, reckon I could pump up some of my stomach mass for Miss Drysdale?
Oh, I couldn't let you trouble.
Oh, no trouble at all. Got most of the fixins. Puccoon root, wretchweed, sourdock, chicken gizzards, snake wart, stump water, and slippery elm ooze, and then a few more things that's secret. Then I'll get Jethro to catch the biggest toad he can find.
You use a toad?
Just for the testing. I give it a swaller and see how far it jumps.
Last time she made it, she set a new record. Jumped clean over Elverna Bradley's privy.
That's awfully high for a toad.
That was Elverna. She had the stomach ailing.
Milburn, I must go home at once.
But I thought you was going to help us plan for the party.
What party?
They's throwing us a party at our house to meet the neighbors. Mrs. Drysdale is going to invite them.
Now that's a right good idea. When is it? Can't fix things before tomorrow night.
Tomorrow?
Don't know what fiddles to fix. Do folks around here like skunk stew and dandelion rice?
Anything. Just do a simple menu. Milburn, take me home. And give me a list of the people who owe your bank the most money. I'll invite them.
Well, that's right neighborly, ain't it, Granny?
Sure is. Now let's go in the kitchen whilst I figure what to do with the menu. I wonder, do I fry it or boil it?
But Emmeline, you can't go swimming in your overalls.
Well, I'm a homing and a pining to swim. Looking like a goose that's plucked for Christmas? Look at me, I'm all skin. What would your pa think?
Well, it jolted him some first time I did it. But then Miss Hathaway from the bank took me to buy my clothes, and she explained. And now it don't make no never mind to him.
Well, I ain't going till he tells me it's fitting himself.
All right, just wait a minute. Pa! Pa!
Colonel Foxhall, please. Colonel Rita. Okay, I'm in Fort Knox. Yes, they fell for it hook, line, and spare room. A great job of research you did on that Fetty family. I thought they were something you read in science fiction. Oh yes, I checked out the cuckoo clock camera and tape recordings to shake Jed Clampett loose from a cool million.
Emeline, where be you?
Oh, lousy, don't come in. Got a split Colonel the Rube is just coming up the midway.
Emeline, it's just me, Jed Clampett.
No, I can't let you see me like this.
I just want to tell you it's all right to go swimming in a swimming suit.
Oh, Mr. Clampett, it's you.
Well, yes, ma'am.
Oh, gracious, my bare lenses are showing. I'm so ashamed.
No call to feel ashamed, Emeline. Things is different out here than they is back home.
Please let me go to the YWCA.
No, you're staying right here.
Oh, don't do that, Mr. Clampett.
Don't do what?
Don't close the door.
All right, leave the door open.
Oh, I trust you, Mr. Clampett. Honest, I do. You remind me so much of my daddy.
That's funny. He ain't but about 5 feet tall.
That's a fact. I reckon he wouldn't much more come to hear on you.
Your clock must be out of order. I'll open her up and fix it.
Oh, no, Mr. Clampett, it's all right.
The bird keeps jumping on and cuckooing.
Maybe it's the mating season.
Miss Emeline, I think you best forget about swimming and have yourself some rest.
You're right. I'm feeling a mite poorly. Oh, thank you, Mr. Clampett. You're such a nice man.
Yonder it goes again. Miss Emeline, I think you and that clock is both wound up too tight.
Well, howdy, Emeline. Ain't you going swimming?
No, I gotta go get dressed and take my cuckoo clock to be developed. Fixed.
But I thought you was tired of fixing to lie down.
Not anymore. I feel like $1 million.
Guess I just don't understand girls no more.
Well, I'll explain it for you sometime, Uncle Jed, if I get the time. Right now, I got me a dancing date with that Groovy Monahan.
Groovy Monahan? What happened to them other two girls? Can't fit to be bowling through girls at the same time, Jethro.
Well, Uncle Jed, for a man of my interests, one girl just purely ain't enough.
What do you mean?
Well, glorious romance and, well, Frederica exercises my mind, and, well, Groover says I got 2 left feet, but I'm the only boy strong enough to dance as long as she wants to. Why, she's as cute and as wiggly as a groundhog in a grass fire.
Jethro, boy, how much do you know about girls?
They're softer than boys.
Jethro, someday soon you and I have got to have us a long, long talk.
Sure thing, Uncle Jed. If you got any questions before then, just ask.
Jethro, could you drive me down someplace where I could have my clock fixed?
Well, I don't know, Emeline. I got me a dancing date.
Oh, it won't take long. I saw a camera store about 2 miles down the pike.
You poor dumb country girl, you can't fix a clock at a camera store.
Well, let's just go see.
All right, Emeline. You're pretty, but if you want to fit in here, I'm half smarting you up.
Well, that might take a long, long time.
Aw, heck no. We first come here a couple weeks ago. Well, I was pert near as big a hick as you are.